toast, actually.
Oh, toast.
So, only kind of. So, this is just to let you all know. Some of you don't know Courtney like we all know Courtney.
No, if you knew Courtney.
She's definitely come a really long way from not knowing if tap water was like safe to drink. We definitely got the phone call like, oh my gosh, Dad, I ran out of water. Like, can I just drink it from the tap?
This was 3 years ago.
So, you know, at USD, right, she decides that she's going to go to med school, which is, as we all know, if you know Courtney, you know that's definitely a poor choice. So it sounds like a really good plan to her, unless you know her. And, I mean, I didn't even go to med school, and I'm the one who's the nerd, right? So, needless to say, I definitely waited patiently for the frantic phone call when she was wondering about how to, you know, decipher the neuron mechanism of nerve transmission and all this stuff. So I definitely come to the rescue a little bit, but that led us to the conversation that maybe you might want to change your mind and what you want to do. You know, doctors make a lot of money, but let's pick something else. So of course she decides to change her majors, but it's way past the deadline to be able to do that. Leave it to Courtney to sweet talk the dean into letting her completely, not just bend the rules, but completely break the rules and what she's allowed to do.
Courtney, that's the Vasquez way. I can't wait. It's our tongue. We got a magic tongue.
Yeah, exactly. The first step to being a lawyer was foreshadowed in this whole conversation, right? So she goes along. Her shopping habit definitely exceeds the limit of Dad's stipend per month. And she decides to become a nanny. Okay, good idea, but no experience whatsoever. Conveniently omits that she has no experience on her application. Again, foreshadowing the lawyer way, right? So, one nanny job and a dropped baby off of the diaper. Don't even say it! It lends itself to 4 more
So
nanny
true.
jobs. Also being at least one lawyer in the family, though. So it turns out it was quite a good choice. So good things babies bounce, otherwise we would have been on the opposite end. I remember that. Finally, the USD chapter closes, and of course Courtney kicks butt in everything she does, so it's like, oh, no big deal, double major, psychology and philosophy. And if you know Courtney, the philosophy part of that's pretty pretty much a daunting task, but she made it through.
Sketchy.
She goes through law school, gets waitlisted at all the schools that she applies to, right? But we definitely start to see her obsessive compulsive behavior coming on as she checks her email like every 2 minutes. Like, did they say yet? Where am I going? Do we know? So on a Saturday, Mom's out weeding in the yard and Courtney gets into Davis. So too bad though that it's way late and school actually starts on Monday. So completely missed orientation. And it, you know, made a whirlwind packing scheme to try to move her up to Davis. So Courtney's crying on the way, the entire way, at every single cow that they pass, blowing her nose every mile away from the beach that they get. But of course, every time Mom says something like, you know, we could just turn around the car, trying to be like good Mom, Courtney's like, I'm going to Davis. So they go and drive around Davis and gets all set up in terms of the schooling. And Courtney takes one look at the city and it's like, I cannot live here. Daisy to the rescue, of course. Daisy.
Yes, Daisy.
Tries to find like good places to live. Of course, none of which Courtney is good enough for Courtney. So they find a Thomas, which is all new, which is great. And of course, then more people to the rescue, always scurrying around, trying to make everything perfect for Courtney.
Courtney, you played victim that bad? God!
So Brian, Casey, Aunt Linda, Uncle Dan,
And the Queen of Evil.
Except for me,
How does that work?
the smart one decides to stay home and just listen on the phone to all the drama that's unfolding. So that's fine. So she's going to school at the same time everybody is trying to make her apartment like study friendly. But Brian definitely gets back at her a little bit when he calls and pretends he's the maintenance guy to the apartment. Tells Courtney that she's got to turn off the electricity starting at 10 p.m. First question out of Courtney's mouth, oh my gosh, can I still flush the toilet? Yes, we all know the water supply and electricity is totally linked.
Killing it. It's all true. Killing it.
It's a lot system right there.
Killing it.
The princess gene. I mean the princess gene. Princess gene.
Yeah, so we get through that, and so she goes through her first week of school, and she's kind of in the mix, and then she goes, I get a phone call, my first phone call, which we used to talk like every day, and then I don't get to talk to her hardly at all now. But she calls me and she's like, Nicole, everyone is wearing Birkenstocks. Even with socks, I cannot handle this. She's flitting around in her little heels, probably scared everyone out of their right mind in law school.
People think they're in Berkeley or what?
Legally blonde
So the
or
weather,
brunette.
so she settles into her school, grinding it out, and then the weather hits. Okay, so we don't hear from Courtney very often, except for to report how many days it's been since she's seen the sun, and how she cannot see her hand in front of her face. So we'll feel sorry for her or something when she's going to be making $1 million a year pretty soon. So of course her first summer comes. She's kicked butt her first year. She lands this job in Sacramento, but she gets it by writing an essay about how she's an underprivileged minority student.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
That must mean that we're underprivileged.
You painted the perfect picture, didn't you?
Perfect, right? I read
High five.
the essay. It's
I
awesome.
do the same.
Too bad she drives in one day and, you know, a big drama story about how she had to switch cars with my mom because her Explorer isn't good enough. So she has to drive her Mentor one day. Oh, no big deal. Rolls up in like a 3 Series BMW. Look at me being the unprivileged girl that I am. Come take me to lunch. That was definitely funny. As we know, there's craziness all the time. Thank God for good friends like Jenny and Stella who kept her sane. And Stella definitely kept her healthy one time. She was going to bring over soup and play the role of mom. Too bad she didn't know she was knocking on death's door. She probably like ran right away after she saw her. But she got the soup. She got the soup. We all know that she had a summer internship at DLA Piper, one of the biggest law firms in the world. And thank God that turns into a job. She moves down to SD, sunny San Diego, where she's back in her little stomping ground.
Where the beautiful people are, huh? The sunshine.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So now she moves down to San Diego, not before she puts my Aunt Linda at work for 10 hours.
At least. It was
At
more like 14.
Yeah, without realizing that's what she's getting into. But now she's happy as a little clam down in San Diego, awaiting another chapter in her life. And for us, we all know that that means awaiting another drama fest for the rest of us. But whatever, you know, obviously, she kicks butt at everything she does. Congratulations to Courtney. And
Wait, don't forget about Casey Vasquez.
That's
right.
Casey, as we all know, put it the best in one of the emails he wrote me.
Dude.
He goes, you know what? This is such a big accomplishment. Courtney started law school the same way she's ended it, crazy as ever, but kicking butt in everything she does. So.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. We need a kiss.
Love you back, Courtney. You're so much.
We need a kiss.
Courtney, that's the way to do it.
Babies of the family, baby.
That's right.
Baby. Good job, Nicole.
Good job, dude.
That's it. Very nice.
That's it? Fini?
Finish. Cheers.
Remember that.
Dude.